Now let's discuss the Surangama Sutra. Ananda asked Sakyamuni Buddha again. Sakyamuni Buddha, as the Buddha has taught, when one seeks to awaken the mind at the causal ground and aspires to attain permanence, it must correspond in name and nature to the fruition ground. Well, Honored One, in the fruition ground there are bodhi, nirvana, through suchness, Buddhanature, amala consciousness, the empty tathagatagarbha, and the great perfect mirror wisdom. These 7 names, though different in terms, are pure and complete, with an essence firm and solid like the Vajra king, eternally abiding and indestructible. If the seeing and hearing are apart from light and darkness, movement and stillness, openness and obstruction, they ultimately have no substance. They are like the thinking mind. Apart from its previous objects, it has never truly existed. How can then one take this ultimately severed and extinguished things as the cause of cultivation and expect the Tathagata's 7 eternal abiding fruits? Most Honored One, if apart from light and darkness, seeing is ultimately empty and without previous objects, the self-nature of thought is extinguished, and then whether moving forward or backward in this cycle and examining it in the most subtle way, there is originally no mind of mine and no mental factors belonging to my mind. Then who is there to establish the cause and seek supreme awakening? Previously, Tathagata said that it is clear, pure, perfect, and eternal, but now it seems to go against your sincere words and would ultimately become mere idle theory. How can the Tathagata be the one who speaks true words? I only pray that you extend compassion and open my ignorance. Ananda was really dumb, but he had questions, so it made sense that he asked. Sakyamuni Buddha said, there is a cause, there is an effect. When the 5 roots were extinguished, there are no cause, so how can there be fruits? Or the 6 roots are all extinguished, so there are no causes. And you need to make use of the 6 roots to cultivate. You have said it before, that the 6 roots are arising and ceasing. You have said that you cannot use the arising and ceasing mind to seek the non-arising and non-ceasing. But now you're saying that you should use the arising and ceasing mind to seek the fruition of the Tathagata. So to have correspondence between cause and effect, if you have no cause, how can you have effect? The so-called bodhi, nirvana, true suchness, Buddhanature, amala consciousness, and empty tathagatagarbha, and the great perfect mirror wisdom. There are 7 names and different in terms, but they are all pure and complete, like the Vajra king, and eternally abiding and indestructible. They're all the same. Those are the fruition ground of the Tathagata, bodhicitta, nirvana path, the through suchness, Buddhanature, amala consciousness, which is the consciousness of the true suchness, the tathagatagarbha, and the great perfect mirror wisdom. Although they have different names, but they're actually all the same, pure and complete. The essence is the same, like the Vajra king, and eternally abiding and indestructible. Now, I'm telling you, you need to abandon seeing and hearing from light and darkness, movement and stillness, openness and obstruction, etc., etc. Then you have no more body, no more physical body, when you have no more 6 roots. And Ananda said, like the thinking mind, If you are apart from the Saha world, there are no more thoughts and there are no place. What is the mind? What is the mind dwelling? None of them exists. Spoken by Ananda. If you think about it, that's true too. Everything is non-existent. How can you cultivate using the 6 roots? How can you practice the cause? There are no causes. How can you expect to attain the Tathagata's 7 eternal abiding fruitions? So Sakyamuni Buddha, if apart from light and darkness, seeing is ultimately empty. Without any dust, there is nothing to see. And of course your Buddhanature is also non-existent. Moving forward or backward in the cycle, examining in the most subtle way, there is no mind. The mind is non-existent. Thoughts are also non-existent. Then what should we use as the cause to seek the fruition of the Tathagata? The Tathagata often said that it is clear, pure, perfect, and eternal. But if you separate yourself from your purity, perfection, and eternality, would ultimately become mere idle theory. You're just telling jokes. So how can the Tathagata be the one who speaks true words? So why don't you just shower your compassion and let me understand it clearly? That's what Ananda said. If you think about it, it is right too. Because when there is a cause, there is an effect. When there is no cause, how can there be an effect? This piece is extremely long. So Ananda, who told Sakyamuni Buddha, in my simple words, very simple, if you have no sensations, what are you practicing? We are seated here, and what do you have in your mind? We want to become a Buddha. The first time I met the lay Buddhist sleeping nun, why do you want to study Buddhism? I want to become a Buddha. And he did not say anything. That's the thought in your mind. So you have the mind to practice Buddhism. If you have no more mind, what are you studying? What are you practicing? Where is the mind? You cannot find the mind. The second patriarch told Bodhidharma, my mind is afflicted. And Bodhidharma said, where is your mind? I cannot find it. And Bodhidharma said, that's right. You have found the mind. So when you cannot find your mind, that's finding the mind. Where is the mind? It's not this organ, the heart, and it's not the brain or the consciousness inside the brain, and you still cannot think of it. So I recommend you don't think about it, just go eat, go home and eat. So what Ananda said, if Sakyamuni Buddha cannot explain, then this is the end. There is no need for homas, for ceremonies, for group practices, for spiritual cultivation. So he would explain for next time.